Hello and welcome to the KCK Inspiring Moments with Kaylin radio show. I am your host, Kaylin Jean-Louis, and it is my honor to be on the air with you all today. Just a friendly reminder, as we are still in a pandemic / still in this season of sickness, to make sure that you are wearing your mask or social distancing or taking whatever safety precaution you're going into. I know a lot of times people think COVID is still gone, but the flu, COVID, seasonal allergies, all that is going around. So I just ask that you please make sure you're staying safe. I also encourage you, before we go any further, to make sure that you please download the Hallelujah 95.3 app so that you can listen to the show on the go on your electronic devices. I also ask that you tag a friend and have them tune in, because today's discussion is going to be one that you do not want to miss. I want to make sure I say thank you so much to every single person who consistently tunes in. Without your help, I would not be where I am today. And I'm just so grateful to be on this platform, sharing positive conversations. To get right into today's episode, I want to let you know, if you have not seen it already, it is Women's History Month. And during this month, we recognize and celebrate all the contributions women have made to history, culture, and society. It is also a time to research, write about, share stories, and raise awareness for the diversity of women's life experiences. Knowing this, I felt that I would share with you something that many important women in history have had to learn. I felt that I would come on today and share something because I had an idea. I like to be full transparent. A lot of times when I am doing things for a show, I really get inspiration from things I've seen gone on in the world and just certain things that God gives me. And after knowing that this is Women's History Month and we've been celebrating, but also really focusing in and raising awareness for the rights of women, even with recent events, I think that it is important to talk about today's topic. One common theme that several women have shared when trying to pave the way for others is having the boldness and the courage to use their voice for change. And in order for them to have done this, they were given several opportunities to maximize their full potential. However, if they had not said yes to those small blessings, they may not have been where they are right now. So today, my topic of discussion is don't miss your moment. Now, I say don't miss your moment, and I want this to be the topic because there's so many women right now that we're celebrating locally, across the globe, and just in our world, to celebrate them maximizing their moment, to celebrate their achievements, to celebrate the history that they've brought to us, and the many things that they've done to allow us to be where we are today. And it's very important that we recognize that these moments that we have in life, the decisions that we make in life, are things that can make or break us. And from those decisions, it can determine the trajectory of our life. If you look at all the events that have happened, whether that was allowing women to be equal or try to get them in the workforce, whether that was trying to pave the way for women to have a right to their certain needs, whether that's just women being able to be more independent in our society. There were so many influential people who had small moments or small opportunities that bolstered movements, that fueled people to make change and to fuel laws. And in those moments, I mean, they had an option whether to say yes to it or say no to it. So I want to tell you today, say yes to those moments in life. I'm not saying this just for women's rights or for anything like that. I'm saying that in all aspects of your life. I'm sure there have been times where You have an opportunity in front of you. You have a dream. You have a goal in mind of something that you want to do, but there's something holding you back. And people keep providing you opportunities, keep providing you resources. And for some reason, you are missing your moment. You are not allowing yourself to fully reach your full potential. And if you continue to hinder yourself back from that, you are not going to progress. You're not going to be able to make that goal happen, make that dream happen, because you can't hold yourself back. You have to make sure that you are recognizing your moment. Now, when we say a moment is a particular time or occasion. That's the dictionary definition of a moment. I like to think of a moment as an opportunity or a time where you have the opportunity or the chance to make an executive decision. We have several moments in our life, whether that is a moment of pause where we need to think or rethink something. We have moments of sadness where sometimes we're not in the best state. We have moments of happiness. We have so many moments in life, and the decisions that we make in those moments help us be where we are. It's just like if I made a decision right here to not be able to, if I made a decision to not do my schoolwork, that's going to negatively impact my grades, right? But if I take that time to maximize all the tools I have, whether that's studying or maximizing getting help from a teacher, then I'm able to arrive at that and earn that grade, get to the next grade, and be able to succeed academically. Just as I described that, it's the same thing in life. When you are given opportunities to showcase your talents, when you're given opportunities and moments to simply share with others your idea, your mission in life, it's up to you to say yes, to be able to maximize all the potential you have inside of you and not be like everyone else. There's a lot of times people get nervous and they want to hide in the background because they're afraid. They don't know what's going to happen. But you can't be afraid, because the greatness inside of you needs to be heard by someone. Your dreams, your aspirations, the things you want to do in life are not just for you. They're for future generations to come. So if you want to really maximize yourself, be the best version of yourself, you have to wake up and realize that you're in that moment now. You can't wait for future moments, and you can't go back to past moments. You have to live in your now. I don't want you to miss your moment because you're too busy analyzing what's going on right now. You may be sitting here at home and saying, oh, well, somebody else has a business like this, so why am I going to start one? Or someone else did a similar idea, or maybe somebody's doing exactly what I want to do, but I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to exceed as much as them. You can't sit there and overanalyze what may happen, why you can't do something, because the one thing that maximizing a moment requires is faith. Sometimes you just have to take a leap of faith. I'm telling you, and I say this from experience, because even with me being on the radio now, I am a radio show host. I am a executive director of a nonprofit organization. But if I did not take that moment to maximize my potential, to say, hey, I've been given the opportunity to be on the radio show, if I did not say yes, the doors and the opportunities and the blessings that have come my way would not have happened. It was that one yes where I was nervous of, oh, what will I say? Or how will people take the things that come from me? But I still said yes. I didn't take time to analyze. I didn't take time to overly think about what would happen. I simply knew that this is what I want to do. So yes is my answer. So I'm telling you, don't miss your moment. If you're provided with an opportunity to be your best self, please, please wake up. Say yes, live in the now. I'm going to say that a lot because it is so important. Another thing to point out is that you can't miss the chances in life when it comes to spending time with people. We have so many chances too, because I'm not just talking about your dreams and aspirations, but don't miss your moment to spend time with those that you love. I know that COVID kind of set us back a lot with social interaction and being able to see our family and friends and actually be there. But the world is starting to evolve. It's starting to get back into the swing of things in our new normal. And so don't give up those times to spend time with those in your life. We've seen all over the news and all over recent events that life is precious. We never know what may happen. So spend times with those that you love. And remember that there are no rewinds in life. As much as you may have made a mistake in the present, or you made the not so great decision to do something, know that you can learn from it. Know that that was a moment, but you can't allow that one negative moment to turn into months and then turn into years where you're still stuck in that one place. You must wake up and realize that you have a new moment, a new opportunity to be your best you. Opportunities that come in your life are like sunrises, right? If you wait too long, you will miss them. So you don't want to wait too long in life for the opportunities that come your way. You don't want to wait too long in your life to miss precious moments. I'm telling you, there are things that you may not even know that God has planned for you. You may not know the blessings that are coming your way, and your willingness to either say yes or no to accepting that moment could change the rest of your life. So when you're presented with opportunities, let it rise. Sunrises happen so quick if you really look at it during the day. We have weather apps, right? And I've looked at it so much before because the sunrise, it may rise at like 5:40 in the morning, 6:40, it depends on the time. But when I'm telling you, when it rises, you have all of about 5-ish minutes to see the pretty hues, to see the sun before the entire sky is blue, everything is out, and we are in our normal day routine. Just like the sunrise goes by quick like that, you must know that so do your opportunities. So if somebody is willing to pour into you, if somebody's willing to pour into your business, or somebody is willing to help fuel your dream, fuel your goal, fuel your passion, do not wait. I have a godmom who, her name is Miss Danette McBride, and one of her favorite phrases is, don't just see your dream, wake up and live your dream. You must wake up and live your dream. You must wake up and see the moments in your life. Realize that what you have now is the present. The only thing you can count on in your life is the things that you do daily. And so make sure that you're not missing your moment. And I want to talk about this briefly as well. When it comes to having moments in life, like I said, you may have good moments, you may have bad moments. There are things that happen in life. But when I'm referring to this today's definition of moment, I want to talk really about those opportunities and those resources, because in our generation, or in our world right now, we're a very technological world, right? And I'm speaking to those right now who may have an idea or who have a goal, like me, who may have a business idea. You may want to step out and just use your voice for change. You may want to be different and just start posting positive content. But we live in a very technological world. We have so many resources on our hands, whether that's Google, whether that's people, because people are a resource. Those who connect with you are great people to have. And you also have the resources of everything that you learn. All those resources in your life, when you're provided with them and you constantly say you have a dream, you can't just look at the resources. You have all the resources laid out in front of you, right? If you keep staring at them and not doing something with those resources, then you'll never be able to pursue your dreams. You have to make sure that you are utilizing the resources. So say that you want to be a doctor. You need to make sure that you're going to school, whether that's elementary school, middle school, or high school. Make sure you're attending class every day. Make sure you take classes that are geared toward that career field, whether that's anatomy, whether that's making sure that you know more about the human body systems, you know more about everything in the doctor field. You have to make sure you do that. And then once you get through all your education, you have resources. You can't just rely on the school. You have to also do outside research where you're learning more about the field. And then you must start practicing what you want to do. You have to actively live your dream. So I say that and I use that analogy because I feel like right now there are a lot of people who may be nervous. There are a lot of people who may just have lost all motivation, lost all determination. And I want to be that voice to tell you today and to encourage you that if you do not open your mouth, if you do not take the time to unlock that potential inside of you, you will miss your moment. Moments don't come. Opportunities don't always come. And there's so many people who may want to be doing what you have the ability to do. Or there's so many people who were not given the God-given talent you were, but you have to be willing to take that yes. You have to be willing to take that step and to truly maximize your moment. Everybody, no one can do it for you. I'll use myself again. While I have my mom as my momager and she helps me, if I didn't personally look within myself and tell myself that the organization was what I wanted to do, or being on the radio was what I wanted to do, I would not be here. And it's not, and for those who may have said, okay, Kaylin, well, I have said yes, I'm doing what I want to do. I'm still trying to build my business. I'm still trying to build upon my goals. You have to constantly answer that yes. You have to constantly maximize the opportunities and the resources that come to you. And I know that you may think, okay, opportunities are great, but I will tell you, opportunities and moments that come your way will take some sacrifice. There will be some push and pull. Well, you get an opportunity to do something. Oh, well, maybe you have to miss something fun, or maybe you have to take time out of your day from studying to do X, Y, and Z, or you have to sacrifice something important for something else that was equally important or even more important. It's going to take sacrifice. Maximizing your moment doesn't mean you're going to be able to do what everybody else is doing. Let me put it that way. You may be like, I want to be great. I want to have aspirations. We're going to have some struggles along the way too. Even when you're learning to be the best version of yourself, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to have times where you don't understand what's going on, but you still have to recognize and constantly tell yourself, yes, I will get in this headspace. I will maximize my moment and I will be the best version of myself. Never lose an opportunity of seeing anything beautiful that God has handwritten in your life. When you don't, I know there may not be everybody who's religious, but I lean on my faith for a lot. And I am full and transparent when I say that I would not be here without the help of God, without his love and the many opportunities and blessings that he has brought my way. And if I would not have looked into those opportunities where he brought beautiful things in my life, where he brought beautiful people, beautiful connections, beautiful opportunities to showcase my talent, I would not be here in our right where I am in our life. And the Bible always said God knows the plans he has for you. So if you are a believer and you want to maximize your moment, it takes action. That's something I really want to push, because a lot of times we say we can pray and ask God for things, but God also says you do have to put some action into it as well. Everything that goes into maximizing your moment requires that you not only ask God for the things you need, you not only pray for those things and trust him for those things, but you must do the work. You must pour into yourself as much as you want God to pour into you. That is so, so important. I say all of that to say that you cannot miss your moment. We are living in our world where things happen at such a constant rate. People blow up in a constant rate. People get likes. People get fame. People get this, like that. If your heart is pure, though, you want to make a difference. You have an idea. You can be just like those people who become known, who become, if some people quote unquote famous. You may get in that place, but you're never going to be able to do or impact or accomplish your goals and your dreams until you maximize your moment. Because if you don't maximize it, you will miss it. Now, I'm talking about this because it is, as I stated, Women's History Month. And there have been so many women that I could not breeze by and just not go without saying that have made it. They are in their moment. They're living their moment. There's so many women in life who took advantage of their moment, and there are reasons why I stand here today. So I want to take the time to honor not just people historically, but also honor people locally. And I mean, if we go to historically, everybody hears the Malala. They know Malala, but they know so many other people who are like Malala, who have advocated for female education, who've advocated for the right for us to remain smart, intelligent, to know what to do in the world, to know how to get to a level playing field, to be able to simply learn. So we thank Malala, we thank other youth and women in the world who are advocating for female education, just like Malala did, because her contributions and her continued contributions are important. We thank Michelle Obama for all she did when she was in the White House to make sure that our world was moving, for her advocating and her push to put health back into their children, to make sure that students were remaining healthy, to make sure that people were held accounted for. We thank her for that. We thank Susan B. Anthony, one of the major key people in the women's rights movement, who, God rest her soul, did all she could to make sure that women were able to stay in the same space as men, to be in the same level field, to be able to enter the workplace, to be able to just be independent in a society that didn't want that to happen. We thank people like her. There's so many other women. There's so many Susan B. Anthony's, Michelle Obama's, Malala's, but they've done so much in our world to make it a better place, and we must recognize them for their contributions. You have people like Oprah, who with her own talk show has been able to showcase so many people, so many guests, to allow them to get their break, their start. She has interviewed and allowed so many artists to be able to be showcased on her network. She has done so much, and we thank her. She's actually one of my personal trailblazers, because even with me being where I am right now, knowing all that she did and everything that it took for her to get into the broadcast world, it's something I look up to. And I pray and hope to be as good or even better in making sure that I get that out. She will always be an inspiration to me. And I know there's so many other women, but I do want to take that stance to say any woman in our history that we've learned about, any woman that I did not name that you do know, we do recognize her story. We do recognize that her history is important because it has paved the way for so many young women just like me. Now let's go locally. There's so many women here in Tallahassee that I'm not sure any of you know about, or you may have heard their names before, right? They've done so much to allow young women here in Tallahassee like me to be able to stand on these platforms and to use our voices for change. You have people like Commissioner Diane Williams-Cox. You have people like Dr. Judy Mandrell, Dr. Yaquanda McCall. You have people like Miss Tiffany Baker. You have Miss Dana Brooks. You have Miss Kelly Oddie. You have a lot of women here in Tallahassee. Those are just a few to name, but there's so many in our community right here in Tallahassee who've done so much to pave the way. I want to thank my godmom, Miss Danette McBride, for paving the way for me. I thank my mom for paving the way for me and my sisters, my grandmother, simply for being and showing us a legacy of what caring looks like. I honor every single woman that I know, whether that is in my personal life at Life Changers Church of God Church of God in Christ, which is the church that I attend, or just any woman in Tallahassee. I even honor young girls like me or my fellow peers who are out there doing the same things in the community. People like Amaya Wayman, Nia Terry, Aida Richardson. I honor so many people. And I look forward to, if you tune in next week, that's actually what I'm looking forward to do, having and talking with other young people, young women in the community like me who are doing great things. But I say all of that. I mention all those names. I put that out there. I have this show titled Don't Miss Your Moment, because those women that I named, the women that you may have thought of when I talked about that, or even the women that we've read in history, all of them had a common theme, and that was maximizing their moment. They were provided with resources, they were provided with opportunities to shine, and they took it and they ran with it, even through fear, even through obstacles, even through uncertainty. They took those obstacles and they ran with it. So what I'm telling you is, if you are a male, female, anyone listening to the show today, do not allow opportunities to continue coming your way and you do not maximize them. If you have a dream, go out and live it. Write down your vision. Don't allow the things that you want to do to just stay in your brain. They are meant to be heard. There are future generations that need to hear what it is that you have to say. There are future generations that need to see what you want to do. Because you are a part of you are one puzzle and a big puzzle piece full of creativity in our world. Yeah, we may all be doing similar things, but no one is ever going to do what you can do. You are unique. Everything that you possess, every talent, every good thing inside of you deserves to be shared. It deserves to be publicated. It deserves to get attention and recognition. You just have to really maximize that moment. We are in the third month of 2023. In the beginning of this year, I talked about unleashing your full potential. And I wanted to come back here and talk about not missing your moment, because some people had New Year's resolutions. Some people had New Year's goals, and you're still not living them yet. You're still not putting them into action. So this is another wake-up call. Open your eyes, live in the now. Tomorrow is not promised. You never know what may happen. But if you spend every day being the best version of yourself, doing the things that truly make you happy, such as getting out in your community or hanging out with friends or learning more about yourself and your family, or just simply getting educated, do what makes you happy. But don't miss out on the moments in life that are happy. Don't miss out on all these opportunities and resources that may come your way, because there's so many other people who are waiting for the same thing. If it's not you who gets it, it'll be the next person. But you have to wake up. You have to make that executive decision to keep going. You have to be the difference. You can't talk about change. You can't talk about all that without maximizing your moment. I know it may be scary. I know you may not understand what can happen from it, but you must wake up. Write the vision. Start the business. Use your voice for change. Impact those around you. Be the light in somebody's dark day. Be positive. Be kind. Unlock your potential. Be the best version of yourself that you can be. And by all means, don't miss your moment. I hope you've enjoyed the show today. I know that was a lot of repetition, but I really hope that everything you heard today, that you really take it into account, that you remember that it's okay to be you. It's okay to live your best life. You just can't allow fear to set you back. I appreciate every single person who tuned in and listened today. I really just wanted to come on and give you some motivational, inspirational content and really allow you to simply hear a nice, fresh voice. There is a lot that is going on in our world, and I send my prayers, I send my thoughts, and I'm really praying for the world we're living in right now. There's a lot that we don't know, that we can't explain, that we may not even understand. But the one thing we can control is what we do and how we react to other people. And I believe if we do our own part to be as positive as we can and to help each other, we're going to get better. But it starts with us. Before I leave today, I do want to ask you to please #connect with me on all my social media platforms. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is KCK, Inspiring Moments with Kaylin YouTube channel, and turn on your post notifications. On that channel, you'll be able to watch past radio show broadcasts or other podcasts that I have done. You also get the chance to subscribe and see any new reels or content that might come out. I also ask that you follow me on Instagram at KaylinCares15 and on Facebook and LinkedIn at Kaylin's Caring Connection. On all three of those platforms, you will see us post flyers about upcoming broadcasts, sharing different events going on with Kaylin's Caring Connection or the Inspiring Moments with Kaylin radio show. And we love sharing different things going on in our world, sharing thoughts, and just simply putting out different things on our social media platforms. So please get connected with that. And by all means, please go to www.kaylinscaringconnection.com to check out the website, to check out a little bit more about me, about why I started my nonprofit organization and my radio show, and to just see some of the things that I've been able to do with my platforms, with my voice, by maximizing my moment. Um, I just simply thank you again for tuning in. I really appreciate you all support. I hope that you are enjoying these motivational conversations. Always know that even if you're going through something, even if life right now kind of sucks and you really just need that push, know that I love you. Know that I'm praying for you. Know that I care about you because your life is important. You are important and you matter. Again, I love you. If no one has told you that today, know that I do. I thank you so much for listening and catch me on the next KCK Inspiring Moments with Kaylin radio show. Bye bye.